We're all good? All right. So I will declare the meeting open. We are 6 o'clock. So just probably as a bit of an intro, I'm Trenton Fiddle. I'm the acting CEO here at the Northern Grampians Shire. And for the first part of the meeting, I'll be acting as chairperson while several formal proceedings are completed. The second item on the agenda is the affirmation. So can I ask that everyone please rise for the observation of the affirmation? So we recognise the traditional owners of this land. We are inspired by the early pioneers and those who gave their lives for our country. We now ask for God's blessing on our deliberations and on our commitment to build a better lifestyle and environment. Thank you. I'll ask you to sit. So the next item on the agenda is apologies or requests for leaves of absence. I'll call for any apologies, please. No apologies from the table. So I will just say that I advise that any apologies coming from invited guests will be informed to councillors as we go. Next item is the mayoral term. So the council may resolve to elect a mayor for a term for 2 years if they wish.
Mr Mayor, I'm happy to, Mr Chairman, I'm happy to move a motion that the mayoral term be for 1 year.
Okay, very good. Do we have a seconder?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Let me just get my notes down. So we'll take a vote, please. 4, thank you. And no against? No, that is carried, thank you. The next item is the Office of Deputy Mayor. So Council may establish an Office of Deputy Mayor, and in the event that it does resolve to do so, it will carry out, or the incoming Mayor will facilitate that election following the mayoral election. So I'll call for any motion in regards to that.
Thank you, Mr Chairman. I'm more than happy to... Thank you, Sep. Thank you, Mr Chairman. I'm more than happy to move a motion that the Northern Grampians Shire does not elect a Deputy Mayor for the next 12 months.
I'm happy to second that, Mr Chairman.
And I'm prepared to elaborate if you wish me to.
Yes, please, you're free to speak to the motion.
You can speak to the motion.
Oh, okay. The Northern Grampians Shire has never had a Deputy Mayor before, and it's been part of our philosophy that there wasn't any need for a Deputy Mayor, as we have, when we've got a full contingent of councillors, we have 6 very capable unofficial Deputy Mayors who can always take the seat when the Mayor is not available, or to represent the Mayor when he's doing other duties. So it's something that I feel we don't need to have, because it gives the opportunity for all the other unofficial Deputy Mayors of our Shire to assume the positions as they're requested. Also, there is a saving of around $13,000 from the public purse.
Councillor Haswell, do you wish to speak?
Not at this point.
Any other councillor wish to speak to the motion?
I'll be speaking against the motion. That's okay. Northern Grampians Shire Council is only one of a few councils in the state that doesn't have a Deputy Mayor, and to have one isn't change for change's sake. However, it's to align with the majority of councillors across the state and provide good governance in that. So my fellow councillors might disagree and debate that a Deputy Mayor isn't needed, as we haven't had one before, so why change things now? To that I'd say, just because we've always done something the same old way doesn't mean we should keep doing it. Things need constant reviewing to stay updated, and with over 90% of Victorian councils having a Deputy Mayor, clearly this determines the need for council to be on the front foot as a progressive council and align with the majority of others. Perhaps some councillors may also be concerned that having a Deputy Mayor may be extra cost to ratepayers. And I'd just like to highlight the benefit of the Deputy Mayor role to support the role of the Mayor, and in reality the insignificant extra remuneration this role now receives in relation and in weighing up the benefit that it can provide to the community. In our council meeting earlier today, Councillor Emerson also stated the role of the Mayor is a huge task, and a lot of time and responsibility goes into it, and many meetings. In order to do this role well and to the depth that's required, the assistance of a Deputy Mayor significantly adds value and releases the burden of high risk and responsibility that comes with the mayoral role, and provides opportunity to gain experience whilst being guided and supported by the Mayor. And my last point is just for my fellow councillors who might think that we don't need a deputy role because we just share the load amongst each other, or as I've been told, we're all deputy mayors. To that I'd say a formal process for a deputy mayor provides good governance and the ability for fairness in the delegation of mayoral duties if the mayor is unavailable as per the Local Government Act. It provides the ability for a deputy mayor to seamlessly step into the position as a simple and practical solution. So how can it be said that we're all deputy mayors if councillors are not all treated equally and given the same opportunities? Who governs that? And just to sum up, I'd like to quote a councillor from another shire who said at their most recent statutory meeting, "Sometimes great leadership means moving over and allowing others to stand up beside you." Thank you.
Is there any other councillor who wish to speak to the motion? No. Councillor Emerson, would you wish to sum up? Sorry? Yes.
Yes, I support the move to have a deputy mayor for the same sort of reasons that Councillor Dempsey was talking about, but I think that it's an opportunity for somewhat of a succession plan. It's also an opportunity to provide experience to those of us that are new to council as well. So I think that it's important that the deputy mayoral position be afforded. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Stasovich. Councillor Emerson, if you wish to sum up.
Thank you. Well, if it wasn't good governance, it would be in the Local Government Act to say that we must have a deputy mayor. The Local Government Act says we can or we don't have to. So the good governance part is of no consequence today when we're deciding whether we need a deputy mayor. For the fairness of every member of our council, where we have 6 unofficial deputy mayors, gives everybody an equal opportunity to represent the Shire as an unofficial deputy mayor. A very fair system, I would have thought.
Thank you, Councillor Emerson. So we now go to the vote. I'll ask for 4, please. For the motion?
For your motion.
The motion is to not have a deputy mayor. So we have 4. Motion against? We have 2.
Division, please.
We've been called for a division. So that means what we'll do is we'll take the vote again. So we'll vote for 4 first, please. 4. We have Councillor Irwin, Councillor Emerson, Councillor Haswell and Councillor Grady. And against, we have Councillor Dempsey and Councillor Stasovich. Thank you. So the motion is 1. In terms of moving on to the election of the mayor, so I need to explain that council's governance rules for the mayor must be elected as an absolute majority of councillors, and that the election must be carried out as a show of hands. So what we'll do is we'll move on to the nominations, please. So I'll ask for if there is any nominations.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Kevin Irwin for mayor.
Is there a seconder for that nomination?
Yes, I'll second that motion, thanks.
Thank you. Councillor Irwin, do you accept said motion? Thank you. Is there any further nominations? No further nominations? Okay, that makes things much easier in terms of our rules. So as there is only one councillor candidate nominated for the position of mayor, I must declare that the councillor Kevin Irwin is duly elected as mayor. Congratulations, Mr. Irwin. In terms of formal proceedings, I now hand over the chair to Mayor Councillor Irwin. If you wish to take over, feel free.
Okay, thanks, Trenton. Look, I'd just like to say a few words. It is indeed an honour to be Mayor of Northern Grampians Shire. I have done this role a few times before, so I know what's required. And I thank my fellow councillors for their faith in me in leading the Shire. I always have been inclusive, and that won't change. So I'll expect people to stump up when they can. Look, I think the Shire's certainly had a challenging 12 months. We've lost our former mayor, Tony Driscoll, and that really slowed us down. Our CEO has moved to, I won't say greener pastures, to other areas for personal reasons, and we've got a job in front of us to select a new CEO, and I'm sure, having done that process a few times, we're capable of selecting a good CEO for this Shire to keep it continuing forward. We're blessed with great staff, and I think we have a plan for the future, and I guess my first priority was to make sure that housing gets done and people come to the Shire to fill those job vacancies, and to also have somewhere for the houses for people to live in. So with those few words, there's always plenty to do, and I think someone else is going to congratulate Murray, but Councillor Emerson, thank you for your term as Mayor and for filling in when Tony passed away. So it was sad for all of us. He was a great friend, and you filled that role to finish off his term well. And I might say that I think through you too, the MAV recognised it was an unusual circumstance, and Tony was awarded the Mayor Emeritus 3-year term. So thank you for those things. It was greatly appreciated by the family, I can tell you. And with those few words, looking forward to the next 12 months.
So I think it's my duty now to hand over the chains and the gavel to the new Mayor of Kevin. As we're getting older, the chains are always getting heavier. If they don't weigh you down too much, and there's the gavel for the next 12 months. Congratulations, Kevin, and good luck.
Thanks, Ron. Could I have a motion to suspend standing orders, please?
Yes, so happy to move the motion that we suspend standing orders.
Councillor Emerson.
I'll second that, Mr Mayor.
All in favour?
So I get the opportunity just to say a few words, and for the outgoing Mayor, the time frame for saying some things is pretty slight, because we don't get that opportunity after we've had 12 months of talking about every single thing that happens within our Shire. But I just need to say that I come into this mayoral role through the unfortunate passing of my very good friend Tony Driscoll. So Tony indicated to me that he needed me, when he knew he was really sick, he needed me to stand up and take a position, take the position that he held for the last 3 or 4 months of his term, as it turned out. So I'm very appreciative of the councillors that showed compassion for that situation and provided me with the opportunity to take over from Tony. It's always a privilege and a pleasure to be the Mayor of the Northern Grampians Shire, but in this instance, the last 3 months of Tony's mayoral term, where I was his substitute, should we say, was more enjoyable and much more appreciative for me than any of the other mayoral terms that I've been involved in before. I hope I've done Tony justice. I hope I've done the Shire justice in the last 3 months that I've had to take over from Tony. Tony Driscoll, if you're listening, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much, my fellow councillors, for giving me this opportunity, and good luck, Kev and Julie, in the next 12 months ahead. And should say thank you to my lovely wife, Wendy, as well.
That was a good lead. On behalf of the council, I know how much you supported Murray in his role as Mayor, and it's greatly appreciated both by Murray and by the community. So Call for a motion to resume standing orders.
Yes, I will give that motion that we resume standing orders, Mr Mayor.
Second.
Second, Mr Mayor.
All those in favour? It's carried. Okay, standing orders are resumed, and we've got some refreshments here, so I think that's the end. Another page. Yes, we have some refreshments here, and please stay and join us. And with those words, I'll declare the meeting closed.